My family disowned me. Unaware of my $1 secret empire, I made them regret it. They shamed my craft, thinking I'd failed their legacy. Will their betrayal cost them everything? Hi, I'm Harper Ellis. My family disowned me, branding my craft business a shameful hobby, oblivious to the $1 million empire I'd built from reclaimed materials. I turned their rejection into triumph. Will their betrayal cost them everything? The May evenings in Savannah, Georgia, carry a deceptive calm, the scent of jasmine and the hum of cicadas masking the storm brewing within my family's stately colonial home. I stood at the polished mahogany door, my hand hesitating over the ornate knocker, the manicured lawn and gleaming BMW. You in the driveway, a testament to the success my family revered, a standard I'd supposedly failed. The air was thick with the aroma of magnolia blossoms and the bitter weight of their judgment, a tension that had simmered for years, now erupting in a calculated act of erasure. It was here, amidst the crystal chandeliers and heirloom furniture, that I faced their disownment, a wound that would test my resilience and set me on a path to reveal my hidden empire, a journey marked by quiet defiance, a public reckoning, and a triumphant reinvention that left them grappling with their regret. I'm a 30-year-old artisan entrepreneur, my days filled with transforming discarded materials into sustainable home decor, running a thriving business that blends creativity and environmental ethos, a career built on passion and perseverance despite family scorn. To my family, however, I'm the black sheep, perpetually eclipsed by my siblings' conventional achievements. Growing up in our affluent Savannah neighborhood, with its historic squares and oyster roasts, I was the dreamer, staying up late to craft sculptures from salvaged wood, organizing community art fairs, and saving every penny from barista shifts to fund my studio, while my siblings were celebrated for their pedigrees: law, medicine, tech. Family dinners, low-country spreads of shrimp and grits were stages for their accolades. My sister Lauren's law firm promotions or brother Ethan's startup IPOs dominating conversation, while my Etsy sales or gallery features went unnoticed. Mom's, "That's nice," Harper, a fleeting nod, my diary noting, "Sold-out collection, no one cared." My parents, Margaret and Charles, never asked about the nights I spent sourcing reclaimed glass or the pride of landing a $50,000 retail deal. Their focus locked on my siblings' legacy, my diary noting Lauren's case, my art ignored. I'd believed that my creativity and grit would earn their respect, a hope that persisted despite their disdain. At 15, I designed a school fundraiser's decor, only to hear Lauren credited for its elegance, my diary noting my art, her glory. I'm erased. Lauren's 28th birthday was a $20,000 gala, while mine was a $25 card and a rushed happy birthday, my diary noting $25 for me, $20,000 for her. I'm nothing. By 20, I understood my role, the crafty daughter who embarrassed their status, my diary noting I'm the oddity, not the star. The worst came that evening when a text summoned me to a family meeting, my diary noting non-negotiable, their trap. I'm wary. In the living room, staged like a tribunal, they presented a disownment document, citing my hobby as a disgrace, my diary noting disowned, my craft shamed. I'm betrayed. I signed without tears, my diary noting their rejection, my freedom. I'm steady. As I left, hinting at my empire, you never asked what I built, their silence was deafening, my diary noting my secret, their ignorance. I'm rising. Savannah's May dusk was warm, my resolve a quiet fire, their betrayal a wound I'd transform into strength, a vow to unveil my success, setting the stage for a reckoning that would shatter their assumptions. The meeting was a meticulously orchestrated ambush. I arrived at 6:58 p.m. 2 minutes shy of their punctuality standard, greeted by Margaret's pursed lips. "You're late." The living room, with its leather sofas and antique fireplace, felt like a courtroom. Lauren, briefcase at her feet, exuded lawyerly precision. Eliza, in scrubs, wore her doctor status like armor. Ethan scrolled his phone, detached. Charles stood by the hearth, commanding sit, pointing to a lone armchair, my diary noting their stage, my trial. I'm exposed. I stood, defying their setup, my diary noting no submission, my strength. I'm firm. Lauren slid me the document, dissolution of familial ties, her voice cold, for the family's future, my diary, noting her verdict, my erasure. I'm targeted. Margaret added, for the good, Eliza scoffed. Your trinkets are embarrassing. And Charles declared, your choices disgrace us. My diary noting their scorn, my craft. I'm dismissed. I laughed. The sound, sharp business, not personal, my diary noting their excuse, my pain. I'm steady. Their accusations wasted opportunities, squandered connections stung. My diary noting their lies, my truth. I'm resilient. I signed, initialing with calm precision, my diary noting their chains, my release. I'm free. The notary in the study sealed it, my diary noting their act, my exit. I'm unshackled. As I left, I turned, you're so worried about reputation, but you don't know what I've built, my diary noting my empire, their blindness. I'm bold. Margaret's interruption was cut off. You've made your choice, my diary noting their loss, my path. I'm moving. A buzz, another 10,000er order lit my phone, my diary noting my success, their ignorance. I'm thriving. Driving away, I felt freedom, not loss, my diary noting their rejection, my liberation. I'm alive. Savannah's May night was vibrant, my resolve a quiet fire, their betrayal a wound I'd transform into strength, a vow to let my empire speak, setting the stage for a triumph that would redefine my worth. The disownment, casting me as a family disgrace, was a brutal betrayal that unshackled me, revealing the $1 million sustainable craft empire I'd built in secret. In my Savannah studio, a converted warehouse, the May afternoon was alive, sunlight streaming through skylights, illuminating workbenches piled with reclaimed wood and sea glass. The air was thick with the scent of wood polish and the buzz of new orders, a stark contrast to the sterile living room where I was erased. My diary lay open on a cluttered desk, its pages a raw chronicle of my liberation, the disownment papers, the $10,000 order, my parting words a record of my journey to claim my worth, urging me to reflect on the moment my empire began to shine. The memory of Lauren's necessary decision and Eliza's embarrassing trinkets burned, a wound that fueled my resolve to let my success speak, setting the stage for a public unveiling that would expose their ignorance and affirm my vision as an artisan revolutionary. I confided in my best friend, Tara, and business partner, Leo. 3 days later, my diary noting their shock, my truth. I'm open. Tara, spilling coffee, gasped. You signed without fighting, my diary noting her disbelief, my calm. I'm steady. Leo, bursting in with his laptop, announced Coastal Living picked up our collection, my diary noting my art, their stage. I'm rising. The article hailed me as the artisan reshaping sustainable decor, pushing orders past 7 figures, my diary noting my empire, their blindness. I'm thriving. Notifications flooded retailers, influencers, my diary noting my work, their awe. I'm seen. Tara squeezed my shoulder. Your family has no idea, my diary noting their scorn, my success. I'm free. The studio hummed assistant sorted driftwood. I gilded a wind chime, my diary noting my craft, my sanctuary. I'm home. Each piece salvaged metal sculptures. Recycled glass chandeliers told a story of transformation, my diary noting my broken, their beauty. I'm creating. Leo reported inquiries from Nordstrom and West Elm, my diary noting my vision, their demand. I'm growing. A call from entrepreneur, today's Sarah Lynn, proposed a cover story. My diary noting my story, their platform. I'm bold. I agreed. My diary noting my truth, their reach. I'm ready. The article would detail my eco-friendly process, my diary noting my mission, their ignorance. I'm speaking. Family texts trickled in, Wendy. We need to talk. Eliza. Why didn't you tell us? My diary noting their panic. My silence. I'm wary. I ignored them, suspecting their motives, my diary noting their greed, my guard. I'm cautious. Tara muttered, family again when you're famous, my diary noting her wisdom, my clarity. I'm alert. Orders surged, my website crashed, my diary noting my demand, their loss. I'm soaring. I hired staff, leased space, my diary noting my growth, their regret. I'm building. The studio, once a garage, was now a creative hub, my diary noting my dream, their mistake. I'm thriving. Savannah's May dusk glowed, my resolve a quiet fire, their betrayal a wound transformed into strength, a vow to let my empire's light expose their shame, setting the stage for a confrontation that would reveal their true intentions. The Entrepreneur Today cover, heralding my sustainable craft empire, was a radiant triumph that amplified my success and drew my family's desperate attempts to reclaim me. In my expanded Savannah studio, the May morning was electric, sunlight glinting off recycled glass sculptures, casting rainbow patterns across workbenches piled with orders. The air was thick with the scent of varnish and the hum of assistants, a far cry from the living room where I was disowned. My diary lay open on a reclaimed oak desk, its pages a raw chronicle of my ascent the magazine feature, the retail deals, my family's texts a record of my journey to stand unapologetically, urging me to reflect on the moment my empire eclipsed their scorn. The memory of Charles's disgrace and Wendy's legal papers burned, a wound that fueled my resolve to face their opportunism, setting the stage for a showdown that would expose their motives and affirm my self-made legacy. The article went viral, my face on newsstands, my diary noting my truth, their shock. I'm visible. Good Morning America booked me. Nordstrom doubled their offer. My diary noting my art, their demand. I'm soaring. The Museum of Modern Art invited an exhibition, my diary noting my craft, their stage. I'm honored. Social media exploded sustainable, luxury trending, my diary noting my vision, their awe. I'm unstoppable. Leo reported wait lists stretching 6 months, my diary noting my empire, their regret. I'm thriving. I prepared for Entrepreneur Today's interview, Tara Coaching. Tell your transformation story. My diary, noting my broken, their beauty. I'm speaking. Family messages flooded Ethan mom's upset. Call, Wendy. Urgent family matters. My diary noting their greed, my guard. I'm cautious. I researched their failing dealership, hit by electric vehicle shifts, my diary noting their collapse, my knowledge. I'm prepared. Tara warned, they want your fame, my diary noting her insight, my clarity. I'm alert. A text from Margaret Dinner Sunday. We must discuss confirmed their desperation, my diary noting their plea, my power. I'm ready. I agreed, choosing Sunday, my diary noting their trap, my terms. I'm bold. The studio buzzed, assistants crafted chandeliers. I polished a sea glass mobile, my diary noting my sanctuary, their loss. I'm home. Forbes pitched a 30 under 30 feature, my diary noting my story, their reach. I'm rising. Leo secured a Singapore collector's $300,000 commission, my diary noting my art, their wealth. I'm unstoppable. I reflected on my craft turning discarded metal into art, my diary noting my pain, their beauty. I'm healing. Savannah's May dawn was vibrant, my resolve a quiet fire, their betrayal a wound transformed into strength, a vow to confront their opportunism with unyielding truth, setting the stage for a dinner that would reveal their true colors. The dinner confrontation, where my family sought to exploit my empire to save their failing dealership, was a fierce stand that rejected their hollow apologies and affirmed my independence. In my parents' Savannah dining room, the May evening was tense, candlelight flickering across heirloom china, casting shadows on the faces of those who'd disowned me. The air was thick with the aroma of roasted quail and the weight of their calculated remorse, a stark contrast to the studio where my art thrived. My diary lay in my purse, its pages a raw chronicle of my Resolve the Viral article, their texts, my research a record of my fight to protect my legacy, urging me to reflect on the moment I refused their manipulation. The memory of Eliza's trinkets and Margaret's wasted opportunities burned, a wound transformed into strength as I faced their greed, setting the stage for a life defined by my terms, leaving them to face their self-inflicted ruin. I arrived in a $5,000 dress, my diary noting my success, their shock. I'm radiant. Margaret's hug was rebuffed, my diary noting her act, my guard. I'm firm. The table held Entrepreneur Today copies, my face staring up, my diary noting my truth, their regret. I'm exposed. Charles, lacking authority, said we should talk family, my diary noting his plea, my power. I'm steady. Wendy praised my profit margins. Eliza admitted hasty judgments, my diary noting their flattery, my skepticism. I'm wary. Charles proposed nullifying the disownment, my diary noting their reversal, my leverage. I'm alert. I laughed convenient Post magazine, my diary noting their greed, my clarity. I'm bold. Lauren revealed the dealership's bankruptcy, my diary noting their failure, my knowledge. I'm prepared. Charles admitted, we need your sustainable brand, my diary noting their desperation, my strength. I'm unmoved. Eliza protested, we're family, but I countered, you disowned me, my diary noting their lie, my truth. I'm resolute. Their faces paled as I listed their woes. Wendy's lost promotion, Eliza's hospital cuts, Ethan's funding loss, my diary noting their ruin, my insight. I'm commanding. Margaret's tears and we're sorry rang hollow, my diary noting her act, my rejection. I'm firm. I stood, you want my success, not me, my diary noting their motive, my stand. I'm free. Charles's help each other was met with, my name means something, without you. My diary, noting my worth, their loss. I'm enough. I left, my diary noting their plea, my exit. I'm liberated. Outside, Tara texted, how'd it go, my reply. They want what I built, my diary noting her support, my peace. I'm moving. Savannah's May night was cool, my resolve a quiet fire, their betrayal a wound transformed into strength, a vow to live unapologetically, setting the stage for a reinvention that would redefine family on my terms. Rejecting my family's opportunistic pleas was a triumphant stand, leading me to save their dealership on my terms, forging a new family legacy rooted in respect and sustainability. In Savannah's Phoenix Electric showroom, the June morning was radiant, sunlight glinting off recycled art chandeliers, illuminating a space blending eco-luxury vehicles and my sculptures. The air was fragrant with cedar polish and the buzz of opening day, a far cry from the hospital where I'd faced their brokenness. My diary lay on a glass desk, its pages a raw chronicle of my journey, the disownment, the MoMA deal, the new company a record of my fight to redefine family, urging me to reflect on the moment I rebuilt what they shattered. The memory of Wendy's papers and Charles's business faded, replaced by my family's humility and my own strength. A triumph that needed no vengeance, affirming my right to live as Harper Ellis, a woman who transformed betrayal into beauty, a beacon for others to rise. A letter from Charles, admitting pride, and Margaret's hospitalization shifted my path, my diary noting his truth, her pain. I'm stirred. I visited the hospital, presenting Phoenix Electric a sustainable car showroom with art installations. Me as CEO, my diary noting my vision, their chance. I'm leading. Conditions were strict, no judgment, equal respect, my diary noting. My terms, their humility. I'm firm. They agreed, burning the disownment papers, my diary noting their past, my future. I'm healing. We crafted a glass sculpture from the ashes, my diary noting our broken, my beauty. I'm transforming. The showroom's launch drew crowds, my Phoenix Rises chandelier a centerpiece, my diary noting my art, their awe. I'm radiant. Charles cut the ribbon, praising Harper saved us, my diary noting his pride, my legacy. I'm honored. Lauren led financing, Eliza headed transport, Ethan drove research, my diary noting their roles, my vision. I'm united. Margaret, tearful, hugged me. You made something beautiful, my diary noting her love, my peace. I'm whole. Reporters swarmed, my diary noting my story, their stage. I'm speaking. Pre-orders soared, my diary noting my empire, their trust. I'm thriving. I spoke at MoMA, my family ties exhibit trending, my diary noting my pain, their inspiration. I'm giving. Tara's You Transformed Them echoed, my diary noting her faith, my strength. I'm enough. I burned old family photos, my diary noting their shame. Ashes now. I'm free. Savannah's June dawn glowed, my resolve a quiet fire, their betrayal a wound transformed into strength, a life of purpose and reinvention, a triumph that affirmed my worth as Harper Ellis, not their outcast, but a woman who rebuilt family from broken pieces, a light for others to shine.